Hey, what's up, Rashad? OG friend of fam, Antonio.
Mhm.
Calrissian Kids is back. Mandalorian season 3, chapter 18. Minds of Mandalore. Full spoilers. This is your only warning because this is like the reason why I watch Star Wars. They be knowing that hey, you like familiarity? Yeah, I kind of do. Breeds confidence. Do you like some new stuff? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? He said, do you also like the fantastical that should not be here at all? Yes.
Yes.
This episode had basically all of that. You know what I'm saying? I just was very surprised that one, they brought the freaking mythosaur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I was not okay. So I'm skipping all around today. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
If with
Whatever.
so they go to Mandalore, it's the whole thing. We'll talk about other stuff, but the
Mhm.
ending is what's so key. When he goes down to dip in the living waters of Lake Minnetonka, you know what I'm saying?
Purify itself in the waters
Yeah,
of Lake Minnetonka.
yeah.
Oh God.
You can see, like, you can see the dead mythosaur that Mandalore the Great killed first. If
hmm
you looking closely, you see this like
hmm
just old scaly. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
that's when Bo-Katan goes down and tries to find him because he got snatched. Your boy got snatched up fast. you
Yeah. He
know what I'm
got
saying?
he got snatched up faster than Luke inside that garbage compactor on the Death Star.
Dog,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, he got
Yeah, he got snatched up like like Luke on Empire Strikes Back with that daggone snow
right.
monster. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that Wampa, the snow Wampa.
Wampa. Yeah, there we go. I forgot that stupid thing's name. So you see that first, and then when she goes down, sees Mando at the bottom. Your man is
Yo.
knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your man was like Queen Ramonda, Black Wakanda forever. R.I.P. to the
Oh
Queen.
no.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man. Come on, yo.
Am I
I had to
lying?
take a moment for that one. Great
Yeah,
job.
yeah. R.I.P. to the Queen. So
Yeah.
as she's swimming back up, she sees it's so funny, man, because like she sees the mythosaur is looking like, yeah, I see you. And then lets her go back up. So
Yeah.
it seemed okay.
And
I'm
you know she basically was like, oh, because you saw she saying something that bubble came up. You're like, oh shit.
she did she like yo, for somebody who hates Din, she be saving that boy every time.
I have a theory about that too.
I'm
That
just
might
saying,
happen
man.
a
You know what I'm saying? Then probably about to get to the yeah. Sweet dance. Anyway,
them
so
cheeks.
oh man, I lost my whole train of thought. All right, so
Yeah,
Mythosaur
she
sees him.
passed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
past him.
Uh-huh.
Like it's to me, like this just because before she was like, the stories of past, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like this whole mythology that they
Mm-hmm.
created behind this thousands of years ago. I don't care about this. It was so great when
Right.
I was a kid and I came down here. My father was proud. And then
Yeah.
was like,
It was the spectacle of it for the people of Mandalore. That's all it
then
was.
was like, your dad probably was proud. And she said he was proud. So there's this like weird, like, even though she knows to her it's stupid, and
Uh-huh.
then fully entrenched in, you know what I'm saying, his cultism is like, nah, yo, this is important. There's like a lot, it's gonna be some sort of like, okay, I'm sorry.
Did you see did
No,
you
no,
see
no,
the
no,
weird
no.
part though?
What's that?
When she was like, he said was a great man. He was like, he was. And he was like, yeah, he died defending Mandalore. And then looked at her and said, this is the way. And she
Yes.
stopped and kind of paused and looked at him like, hmm.
And
And
this
then
what
they just
this
kept
and this what this is. Okay,
mm-hmm.
so I'm not trying to ship them right now. But what they are trying to bring in regards to the people of Mandalore or the
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorians is balance, which is the number one theme of Star Wars because
Mm-hmm.
they are on such diametrically opposing sides of beliefs. There has to be some bringing into the middle to create said balance within the Mandalore or Mandalorians themselves. So that's what this really is them trying to figure out the best way to go about bringing everybody together. Because you can see, like, if they can strike this balance, everybody should strike this balance, because deep down inside, they really love each other, even though they hate each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're still Mandalorians. So there's this whole creed of we need to be together, but I ain't really down with, you know what I'm saying, not taking my helmet off. It'd be too hot. You know what I'm saying? Or, I like how I look. You know what I'm saying? It's just like interesting how, I'm sorry. I got to get this out before I forget. Also, it also has this very mystical type, almost spiritual-esque essence to it, because when she sees the mythosaur and the mythosaur doesn't attack them, she's like, was this really supposed to happen like this? So that whole, doubt of the mythology is pretty much gone. And then she even saves that man, makes that man a traditional Mandalorian meal. You know what I'm saying?
That part right there is what got me. That's the part that got me, because she cooked this meal, and then he was like, "What is this?" And she was just like, she said whatever it was called. I can't think what it was. And then he was like, and she was like, "For real? You don't know what this is?" And he was like, "No." And then he saw he was guzzling, he was crack his helmet, and start drinking it and eating it. She was just like, "Yeah." She said, "I just find that funny. Like, every real Mandalorian knows what this is. They've been eating it since they were his, his age, but she don't know that Grogu's like 50 years old.
Relatively
50,
speaking,
52,
you know what I'm saying?
relatively speaking or whatnot. So yeah, I mean, it's just funny, like you said, that you're starting to see a balance between, between them. And I think that's what's going to end up happening. A balance between them where I think they're going to end up together.
Yeah, Grogu needs a mom.
Yeah.
Grogu needs a mom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because she's being, I mean, even though Bo-Katan doesn't have any kids, was being very motherly. You know what I'm saying? Even in a playful manner. Like, she was like, "What are you looking at?" You know what I'm saying? Grogu's like, so there's a lot of, they even though early on I saw some people like, "I hope they don't do this." I mean, and on the real, like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. I'm gonna let them tell the story. As my boy, not my boy, dude, I watch all the time, Jay Washington, as he says. I mean, because like it's really interesting how they are planting these seeds. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I was really excited about the entirety of the episode. And them just to do that at the end was like amazing to me. All right, I've talked too much. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I mean, no, you basically hit so many points on this episode that just made this episode so good. First of all, I would like to say that how shocked were you that we went right to the Mines of Mandalore, like on the second episode?
Tony, I was not ready for this.
Right, like when they popped the title of the title of the episode up, I said, okay.
It's like, get the hell out of here. We ain't going here already, yo. I said he's gonna have to take 3 episodes to get here, right?
Right. I'm like, nah, we ain't going to the Mines of Mandalore yet. And then as the episode goes on, you're like, okay, they're at Mandalore and they're like going to be on the threshold of going to the Mines of Mandalore. You're not going to see it. And then all of a sudden, you're like,
man is piercing the atmosphere. Telling Grogu, hey, that's Concordia. That's the Cape Moon we just was on the other episode. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the name of it. And this is Mandalore. This is where our people are from. You know what I'm saying? Making it very possessive. So I was definitely surprised by that.
And even though Din is a foundling, he's not, he's a Mandalorian, but he's not a Mandalorian born from Mandalore. He was a foundling. But we know the deal. But yeah, man.
Yeah. It was really, and it was really interesting just seeing also the callback to like him teaching Grogu all the stuff. I was not expecting that to come that fast either, yo.
Right. Yeah.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. So so here's the thing. Your boy is trying to find um the the um the memory bank thing for IG-11. Does
Mm-hmm.
not get that. Ends up going back to Pelimoto and getting a R5 astromech droid
And that
who
same
is
trashy R5 back from that on A New Hope. That's the
yeah,
same one from
who
New Hope.
is the most reluctant droid ever. He was not trying to go on no mission nowhere, and rightfully
Yeah.
so, because he got handled pretty early on. You know what I'm saying? So he ends up.
Also,
Go ahead.
hold on before you go for it. Did you also see the other callback that what was going on Tatooine? It was the
Yeah,
holiday festival, Bunta Eve.
yeah, yeah,
That is the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
That was the same holiday and the same pod race that young Anakin ran in Phantom Menace that he won his freedom that he didn't know about. So yeah, so I thought that was a great, callback to, saying to that. And Dave Filoni, that's one thing that he has done masterfully when with episodes of, saying these shows along with the Clone Wars and stuff, a lot of callbacks to the OG series and to, the prequel stuff, because he, as people don't know, like Filoni, it's like it's like if putting this in biblical terms, if George Lucas is God of the Star Wars universe, Filoni is like Christ for real,
Yeah,
because he's like next in line.
he's
He's the
definitely
Holy
the
Spirit.
Messiah. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Messiah
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
he's
Yeah.
definitely the Messiah. And if anybody's gonna be the the Ruach, as the Hebrew people say, is
Yeah.
gonna definitely be
Very good.
Pablo Hidalgo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, shout out to them. So
Yeah.
yeah, Bunta E, man. That's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to forget that. So I was very surprised. So he goes, and this dude, like Den is so he's so adamant about this.
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to see what you call it, yo. You know what I'm saying? See
Mm-hmm.
Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan's like, man, why is you here again? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you're doing, yo. But
Yeah.
he was like, yo, I don't know where this thing is at.
Mm-hmm.
Why he did not get that information the first time, I don't know. But like, and again, like there was no reason for him to come back, yo, unless he's really
Right.
trying to, trying to throw them feelers
Cheeks.
on. He's trying to throw them feelers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. So she tells him because he's like, yo, I want you to come with me. He's like, man, girl, he's like, yo, I'm not going to no daggone Mandalore.
But like,
It's
get out of
poison
here.
out there. You know what I'm saying? So he goes there,
Yeah.
goes on the ground, R5 droid, check it out, air samples. Your man gets tossed up so fast.
And Grogu knew it too. Grogu was like,
And
"Yo,
Mando
I
was
don't
like,
think this
hey.
is."
And Mando's like really like he's like telestrating the whole thing for us. Said, hey, we're just
Yeah,
gonna check him on the monitor here. All of a sudden, your
yeah,
man goes off the radar. So
off the ring.
so Mando has to
Yeah,
go get him, fights the what we figure out are the Amalekites,
yeah, Amalekites.
which sounds like a very biblical like Palestinian type
Yeah,
name for that
Palestine.
tribe.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
yeah.
Hittites and the Amalekites.
Hittites, Malachi.
And all of them, you know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah,
so he like fights off this weird looking, like the weirdest looking little
yeah.
creatures, yo. You know what I'm saying? And gets R5 back, does a test sample, boom. It's not poison. You know what I'm saying? It's like 90% oxygen. You know what I'm saying? So he said,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yo, it's not the place ain't cursed. And I think
Yeah.
he was so surprised that it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't
Right.
that again that balanced him not being so dogmatic. So
Mm-hmm.
it was really like okay. So he goes down, and the funny part of these next couple of scenes to me is he goes down in there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And essentially finds a place and all that, like going to find it, almost there basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the trap that what kind of almost like a like a huge seeker spider like droid because they look like
Yeah.
the little seeker droids. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Or the scout droids
Yeah.
that the Empire should send out, mixed
Mm-hmm.
with like a spider, and also had like a droid inside of a droid. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, this is a
Yeah.
ridiculous design. And he
Yeah.
straight up laid a trap like a spider because he went out there. He said, "Oh man, it's a helmet. Dust that helmet off." That thing encased him,
Yep.
grabbed
Straight
him,
up.
and he
Mm-hmm.
walked away with him. And Grogu was in the cut, like, "Oh shoot!"
Yeah. Straight up. That J was like a straight up Venus flytrap, man, for real. It straight up caught him just like that, man. And it walked him away, and it had him so tight he couldn't like move, couldn't try to get nothing. And like, yeah, they get him back to his lab or whatever the hell he was,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
or
he was trying to,
whatnot.
and just like a spider, it was gonna like basically like drain all the blood out of him. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Yeah.
and encase him. Like it's gonna burn him up after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was it's just a Empire was crazy, man. Like who of course we already know from Andor, they've been thinking of the craziest ways to kill people.
Yeah.
So, and it's just smart because they in their armor, so the armor's protecting them. So they got these things that can just grab you, pierce
Mm-hmm.
inside in between the little spots, and then kill you
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Yeah.
Amazing. You know what I'm saying? So
Did you
Grogu
right?
checks it, and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, sees him, goes up to Mando. He's like, "Yo, go get Bo-Katan."
Right.
So he's like, "Oh shoot," dips out of there, and you see like these little like flying like lizard dragon things on the way out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The
So
funny thing with how
go ahead.
Grogu hopped inside his little floater thing and said, doo doo doo, and start taking the little fingers and start hitting it. It's the fact that he knows he has learned so much how to do things. We're like, yeah, we out of here, Jack. He dang
Yeah,
was
like even like
he was
like even at the beginning of the episode when they saw Pelimoto and he flipped over into her arms. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
so he just using the
She said,
force
"Where'd
to
you
do.
learn that from?" He used the force for fun. And the thing is, I love too was where he was going through, so when they was trying to get back to the part where he could lift all the way up. It almost was like that could have been made into like a amusement park ride, Grogu's Wild Ride or something like that,
Yeah,
because you just
yeah.
see him just weaving, bobbing, and the little snapdragon thing try to get him, like, yo, he dipped that, and he
It
finally
felt
get to the
it felt real video game-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Mario
Almost like
Party.
yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like you got to a level, but instead of passing, you got to go get someone else to help you because you got to save the main character and then
Mm-hmm.
go get to the level. So yo, I just want to say, man, like they shot up Bo-Katan's stock. They said, yo, we're gonna get this character back to where she was
In
right
Clone
around the
Wars.
Clone Wars slash
Um,
Rebels. Because
Rebels, yeah.
at the end of Rebels, like she was like, "Yeah, I'm about to unite the houses," and
Mm-hmm.
I think either a lot of people did not know or did not remember exactly
She
who
was,
she was, and they
yeah.
told y'all today.
Two things they showed us, but told us about her. Number one, I think people really forgot that she was part of the royal family. She was part of the
Mhm.
royal family. Her sister, who was in love with Obi-Wan,
Duchess Satine.
Duchess Satine. I think that was her older sister too. So
Yeah.
Duchess Satine. She said like she's part of the royal family. And then when she got back, after Grogu went to her and they found out what was going on, and they got back the way they was at, and she put in the work on them things, and you saw the look on Grogu's face like, hmm? And then she was like, oh, what, you thought your daddy was the only one that was a Mandalorian?
It's
Daddy was the only one that was
great,
a
yo.
Mandalorian.
So
Yeah.
good. The
Yeah,
crazy part
man.
to me was, and then we also forget that look, when she goes down and sees the daggone dog saber
Mm-hmm.
and she picks that up and then she kills the little astro, like the droid Empire, old
Uh-huh.
Empire droid thing. People don't remember that look. She had that dog saber for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So she already know how to use it. And she
Because
used it effortlessly.
right. Because remember, he was trying to use it when he first got into that little thing. And it's still, and if you remember from Book of Boba Fett, aka
Mando
Mandalorian
2.5.
2.5, he was having a hard time willing it. And the armorer was telling him that he hasn't become one with, what I'm saying, the dark saber, because what I'm saying, it's the Jedi Mandalore that had it. he was a Jedi. You could wield it. He became one with it, with
Yeah.
the light, with that dark saber as a, what I'm saying, with the force and everything. But they say it takes practice
And I
to
think,
wield it.
yeah, and he not doing that, obviously. Like
Yeah, he's
he
just
don't
fighting.
he just whip it out when he think he gonna need it. And even when he, and the sad part this time, there's been so much regression that as soon as he takes it out, it just straight falls to the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's like swinging as hard as he can and doing other crap. He's
Yeah.
literally has the saber in one hand and stabbing
Mm-hmm.
dude in the knee with the other one. I'm like, dog, like
Mm-hmm.
you could really do this way more efficiently. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Bo-Katan came through there and just wrecking shop, man. Like
Yeah.
this overall episode was just, it was
It's good.
good. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
yo.
man.
Like
It
if you're not
was.
feeling this, man, it's okay. Just say you don't like Star
Mm-hmm.
Wars, and we gonna keep them moving, man. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, this.
But
Oh,
yeah.
also, go
And that
ahead.
ending was just that ending. Well, like I said, was just you
Perfect.
sitting there. You like,
I
oh
know they're not.
snap.
I know they're not gonna do it.
You like,
I
right.
said,
That's how I was like, oh no. I was like, I know you. I know you playing. Like I know you lying right there. I know you. And here's the other thing. Did you see how big that thing was?
yo, it was like, and one thing, you know what? I did not know that it was an aquatic animal. Did you
Nope.
realize
Me
that?
neither. Nope.
Yo,
Me neither.
the daggone mythosaur is basically like the Loch Ness monster of Star
Mm-hmm.
Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, this huge thing is aquatic. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Which is crazy because we just met another aquatic slash land animal on the last episode. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's like poetry. It rhymes. But yeah, that is all the time we got for this
Yeah.
episode of The Mandalorian. Make sure you stay with us tomorrow. We're going to give you the recap for Bad Batch episodes 8 through 12 of season 2. Of course, Monday, final episode of best TV show out right
Oh,
now,
TV
The
writer,
Last of
yes.
Us.
If you're not watching The Last of Us, blame your mama for real.
Yes,
That's
man.
on you for real.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Till next time.